What's up guys, it's Liam from TCG Ireland, and today I've got my Spike Brothers deck profile for you all. I finally got it finished after a long while. A couple of months late really. I've just been trying to collect bits and pieces as I go along. A few cards I'd like to have are just impossible to get, which is why they're not in the deck at the minute, but this is as complete as I feel it should be. And I quite like the way it runs and plays. I've played it on CFA and stuff like that. Haven't really got a chance to play it in real life. But yeah, our starter is Mecha Trainer. Oh, by the way, this is Bloody Ogle and Bad End Dragger. So it's kind of self-explanatory in case you're expecting Emerald Blaze. We've got Mecha Trainer. He's Conroe. You Conroe for Airmo. That's all you need to do with him. These kind of last one, retire him and search for a grade 1 or less and call it, and put it to your hand. Yep, 1 or less. So then, grade 3s, seeing as this seems to be our new layout of doing deck profiles, we've got Bloody Ogle, and if you do not know his skill on his own is fairly okay. It's like half a break ride type thing. But his skill is, it legions with Frozen Ogle. During the turn that your Vanguard legions, when your rear guard attacks, that unit gets 5k until the end of that battle, and at the end of that battle, you put that unit at the bottom of your deck. Then his other skill is, which is non-legion, counterblast 2 and choose a card from your hand and put it into your soul. So it's very Dudley Emperor. Choose when your unit attacks the Vanguard, if you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for a card, call it an open rearguard, and shuffle your deck, so it doesn't actually go down to the bottom as well. So that can give a little bit of defense for grabbing yourself an interceptor. So that's pretty good. I'll just move this out of the way where there's glare. Then we've got our Break Ride, which is Bad End Dragger. His Break Ride skill is Limit Break 4. When the Spike Brothers rides this unit, choose your Vanguard until the end of the turn it gets 10k, and when one of your Spike Brother rearguards attacks, that unit gets plus 10k until the end of the turn, end of that battle. At the end of that battle, put the unit at the bottom of your deck, and it gets 2k when it's boosted. It's an excellent card when you pair it with Bad End Dragger, because you break ride, you get plus 15k for your rear guards, and if you get everything off properly, you can push an opponent from 2 to 6 very, very easily. It's just a really good combo. It's by no means broken. It takes a lot to actually get all your tools together, which is what this deck works on quite well. This is the Legion Mate, Frozen Ogle. I'm just going to move that up there a bit and bring one down. So it legions like that. It's pretty cool. Just going to put everything back together again, because I'm picky about it now that I've seen it being messy. I'm just going to leave it there. Fuck it. Right. His skill is Counterblast 1 and put this unit into the soul. During the turn in your Vanguard legions, at the end of the battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for a card, call it an open rearguard, and shuffle your deck. And you can chain these bastards to attack for 24k every single go, because you use one mate to legion, use this, Counterblast 1 into soul, call out another, and then you can go into Silver Blaze or High Speed Bracky or Jumbo the Stun Gun, which I've got a tech up in this deck. So yeah, it's extremely good. Lots of people put it into every other deck known to mankind, because in case you didn't know, with New Era Zeal, you use him and call out Evolution Monster Darwin. You guys don't know him yet, probably because if you're not up to date with Japanese and EB01, you can pretty much make him a restander and reset columns while you're at it. But we're not talking about Dimension Police as much as I'd like to. but we are talking about Spike Brothers. So then we run 3 Silver Blaze. He's the mate of Emerald Blaze. His skill is Soul Blast 1 when this unit attacks, and if your Vanguard is in Legion, you may pay the cost. If you do, put this unit gets 10k until the end of that battle. And at the end of that battle, put this unit to your deck and shuffle your deck. So it is, you may as well just sit open with your deck in your hand while you do these skills, because there's no real point for anything else unless you're attacking with a Vanguard, which you're not. So basically 19k plus 10k is 29, plus 5 is 34. Then with a boost, it's ridiculous. It's just, you know, you get up to, even with a 6k booster it's 40k, 7k booster it's 41. It's amazing. That's basically your final, you call them out finally with Frozen Ogre. Then for the early game, and for first turn for the grade 2 ride, I like to use High Speed Bracky. High Speed Bracky, I feel, adds this deck quite a lot in the early game, because you can just Soul Blast them out, or Soul Blast a unit, and Soul Blast the grade 1, sorry, so you fill your drop zone a bit, and it gets 5k, if you've got it on the rear guard, obviously. It just, if your opponent's on grade 2, it just forces out an extra stage of guard, and you want to push your opponent quickly as well at the same time. So, you know, if you rush them, you won't have as much guard, but they're going to be, you know, struggling for resources as well. And that's the point of this deck. You push, push, push with it. And then we've got one tech of Jumbo Stun Gun. His skill is during your battle phase when this unit is placed on rear guard, Soul Charge 1 and choose a card from damage zone, turn face up. So if you don't, if you really need to, you can call it out. It is excellent like that, and unflip it damage, because then you can use the the Legion skill or the non-Legion skill to get another unit out, which, you know, multiple attacks per turn is very, very good. And if your opponent's not dead already, he sure as hell will be. And then we've got grade 1s. We have 4 Cheergirl Marilyn. Enough said about that. You can't run the Quintet wall. You just can't. It's impossible. There's not enough counterblast for it. Then we've got Machine Gun Gloria, and this is it's good first turn ride as well. Well, actually no, it's not. I'll get a different ride for that, for grade 1. But it's counterblast 1 when this unit, at the end of the battle that this unit boosted, a grade 1 or greater rear guard, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card and put the boosted unit at the bottom of your deck. So if you wanted, and you had that saying, you had High Speed Bracky, you do your Soul Blast shenanigans, you hit for 21 if you need to, and then before that, before his skill goes off, you use this skill, Counterblast, when you draw a card and put it to the bottom of the deck, and then that skill doesn't activate because they're simultaneous skills. It's excellent. It is Counterblast heavy, but at the same time you've got Sonic Breaker, or not Sonic Breaker, Silence Joker to unflip damage, which is a crit trigger, and if you want, you can Soul Charge that from hand, or from there, Soul Blast it out so you've got it in the drop zone, you can Legion with it. It's a very versatile card, this is. You don't want to use it too much, but if the opportunity arises, use away. That's my kind of plan for it. And then we've got 3 Wonder Boy. He's a good ride target. You can fetch him out to hit numbers with Bad End Dragger for a while, because Bad End Dragger gets plus 2k, you're hitting 21k. So even if you're not at limit break, he's still excellent. You can fish him out with Mecha Trainer. I do want to replace him with Reckless Express, but Reckless Express is nigh on impossible to find in this point in time, and any that you do find are seriously expensive. So 3 of those, he's good to ride. Then the real Conroe for Airmo, we've got Commander Gary Gannon. And when this unit, it's a drop and draw. When this unit, when an attack hits that this unit boosted, you may pay the cost if you do draw a card. It's Airmo, so hence the term Conroe for Airmo. It's enough said, really. And then if I feel like it, I've got one tech of Reckless Express, so if I draw into him, fair enough. He's basically Bracky when he attacks, so he's 12k. If I feel like it and I just need a 7k booster, I can use Mecha Trainer to get him out if I have Gary Gannon in my hand already. So then, triggers. So we've got Silence Joker. Put this unit into your soul, and if you've got a Spike Brothers Vanguard, choose a card from your damage zone, turn it face up. It's a crit trigger that's actually very, very useful, and these things they're quite expensive at the minute as well, because they're an old card and they're hard to get. And then we've got Sonic Breaker. I really would like to run 6 crit, 6 draw, simply to get everything together in your hand. But finding Cheerful Links, because it's an old card as well, it's really hard to find. So we're running 8 crit, then we're running 4 draw, then we're running 3 heal, and 1 monstrosity of a heal, Adelaide. Yeah, so that is my Spike Brothers deck. I'll probably try and do some games in the future with it. It's a fun deck to play. You've seen Alex's version of the deck being played on the channel a little while ago. I've made a lot of variations to it, no Dudley Mason, etc, etc. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you on the next one.